Assalamu alaikum. Here is a presentation of Principle of Chemistry 1, which is submitted by Muhammad Hassan and which is submitted to Dr. Hammad Majeed. Here is the ID 22014231012 and my department is PS Biotechnology and the presentation topic is sodium alginate. Here are table of contents of sodium alginate. First, introduction to sodium alginate. Second, history of sodium alginate. Next, formation of sodium alginate, structure of sodium alginate chelation process, extraction and characterization of sodium alginate from Moroccan laminaria digitata brown seaweed, extraction of sodium alginate from Blackleaf sea weeds and their physiochemical and biochemical properties, extraction of sodium alginate, application of sodium alginate, interaction of sodium alginate thickener with components of horticultural water-based coatings. Thickening mechanism of sodium alginate. Current uses as a thickening agent. Used in different fields. Used in food industry. Used in pharmaceutical industry. Used in textile industry. Used as cosmetics. Used in biotechnology. How sodium alginate used in explosive. Title. Effect of sodium alginate on the morphology and properties of high energy intensive explosive TKX50. How sodium alginate used in explosive. Advantages of sodium alginate preservative. Disadvantages of sodium alginate. Future of sodium alginate and references. Now we will start our presentation topic. Uh, so, what is sodium alginate? Sodium alginate is a natural hydrophilic polysaccharide derived isolated from marine brown algae. It has been widely investigated in the field of drug delivery due to its biocompatible and biodegradable nature. Sodium alginate is a water-soluble naturally occurring polysaccharide, a type of carbohydrate extracted from various species of brown seaweed, particularly kelp. It is a white to yellowish powder and is widely used in the food and pharmaceutical industry for its gelling, thickening, and stabilizing properties. Sodium alginate can form gels when it comes into contact with calcium ions, making it valuable for creating unique textures in food and pharmaceutical products. It is commonly used as a thickening agent, emulsifier, and stabilizer in various food products and is generally recognized as safe GRAS by regulatory agencies when is used in accordance with established guidelines. Hmm. Sodium alginate का biological source. Sodium alginate is a salt of alginic acid. It is the purified carbohydrate product obtained from brown algae Laminaria species, family Laminariaceae. Chemical constituent carbohydrate sodium salt of alginic acid. Alginic acid is a long-chain polyuronide composed of 1,4 linkage residues of D-monoic acid and I-gluuronic acids. Uses. It is used as a deflocculating, gelling, thickening, stabilizing, and film filament forming agent in paint. In dermatological preparations, in thermal preparations, in adhesive paste, in textile industry, as a general emulsifier, as in food industry, in cosmetics. Sodium alginate is a natural hydrophilic polysaccharide derived isolated from marine brown algae. It has been widely investigated in the field of drug delivery due to its biocompatible and biodegradable nature characteristics. First, here is the diagram of biological structure of sodium alginate. Next, sodium alginate is a neutral salt in which the carboxyl group of alginate are bound with the sodium ion. Alginic acid is not soluble in water, but sodium alginate is soluble in both cold and hot water to produce a smooth viscous solution. When calcium ions are added to sodium alginate solution, calcium ions react instantly with alginate to form a gel. The time taken to form a gel can be controlled by controlling the calcium ions. These unique properties result in sodium alginate being used as thickener, gelling agent, and stabilizer in a wide range of industries. Here is the structure of gelling process of sodium alginate. History of sodium alginate. The history of sodium alginate is closely tied to the discovery and development of its application, particularly in the food and pharmaceutical industries. Here is a brief overview of the historical development of sodium alginate. Early use in seaweed. Seaweed has been consumed as a food source in various cultures for centuries. People notice the natural gelling properties of certain seaweed, although they may not have understood the science behind it. Isolation and discovery. The isolation and scientific understanding of sodium alginate can be tracked back to the early 20th century. In the 19th century, scientists had identified and studied the components of seaweed in the early 19th century. Researchers, particularly in the United Kingdom and Japan, started isolating and characterizing the polysaccharide present in seaweed, leading to the identification of sodium alginate. Wartime innovations. During World War II, the demand for materials for military and medical applications led to an increased interest in natural polysaccharides. Sodium alginate gelling and thickening properties made it valuable for applications like wound dressing and medical gels. Its use in these applications further highlighted its potential. Post-war commercialization. After World War II, the commercial use of sodium alginate began to expand. Its properties made it a valuable ingredient in various industries, including food, pharmaceutical, and textiles. It played a crucial role in the post-war food industry, where it was used to improve and stabilize various food products. Molecular gastronomy. In more recent times, sodium alginate gained prominence in the culinary world, particularly in the field of molecular gastronomy. Chefs and food scientists started using it to create innovative dishes and food presentation, often referred to as purification or culinary alginate. Regulatory approval. Over the years, sodium alginate has received regulatory approval as a safe ingredient with guidelines and standards established for its use in various products. Today, sodium alginate is widely used in the food industry for its thickening, gelling, and stabilizing agent. It is also found by application in pharmaceutical, textile, and various industrial processes. It is from the shores of seaweed to its current status as a versatile food and pharmaceutical ingredient showcases the impact of scientific research and innovation in the development of modern food and industrial technology. Here is the formation of sodium alginate, like how sodium alginate is formed. The formation of sodium alginate involves several steps, from harvesting seaweed to obtaining the final sodium alginate powder. Here is a detailed explanation of this process. Seaweed harvesting. Sodium alginate is primarily derived from brown seaweed, as we know, such as kelp. The first step in its formation is the harvesting of these seaweed. Harvesting typically occurs in regions where seaweed is abundant and is often carried out using boats and specialized equipment. Washing and cutting. Once the seaweed is harvested, it undergoes thorough washing to remove impurities as sand, salt, and other debris. After washing, the seaweed is typically cut into smaller pieces to facilitate further processing. Alkaline treatment, alkaline extraction. The cut seaweed is subjected to an alkaline treatment. In this step, the seaweed is mixed with an alkaline solution, often sodium hydroxide, and this alkaline treatment serves several processes. Cell wall breakdown. The alkaline solution breaks down the cell wall of seaweed, allowing the alginate to become more accessible for extraction. Alginate dissolution. Sodium alginate is a was water soluble and the alkaline solution dissolves the alginate present in the seaweed. Filtration. The mixture obtained from the alkaline treatment is usually filtered to separate the liquid portion containing dissolved sodium alginate from the solid residues of seaweed. The liquid is referred to as the alginate solution. Acid precipitation. The next step involves acidifying the alginate solution. This is typically done by adding an acid such as hydrochloric acid HCl to the solution. The acidification leads to several important reactions. Alginate precipitation. The sodium alginate is the solution reacts with the acid and forms the gel-like precipitate. This is the sodium alginate separating from the liquid. Salting out. The addition of the acid reduces the solubility of sodium alginate, causing it to come out of solution. Washing. The sodium alginate precipitate is then thoroughly washed to remove any remaining impurity and residual alkaline substances and acid. This washing step is crucial to obtain a purified product. Drying. After washing, the sodium alginate is dried. Various drying methods can be used, including spray drying, air drying, or other drying techniques. Drying converts the sodium alginate into a powder form, milling. The dried sodium alginate may undergo a milling process to break down any clumps and obtain a finely powdered product. Milling ensures uniform particle size and enhances the product's flow characteristics. Packaging. The final sodium alginate powder is then packaged in appropriate containers, often in airtight packaging to prevent moisture absorption and preserve its quality. The manufacturing of sodium alginate. Here is the diagram. As you can see, here is the structure of sodium alginate. Uh, Sodium alginate is a polysaccharide, which means it is a long chain polymer made up of repeating sugar units. Its chemical structure consists of a linear chain of alternating monosaccharide units of two types, monoric acid M and glucuronic acid G. The specific structure of sodium alginate can vary depending on the source of the brown seaweed from which it is extracted. Here is a simplified representation of its structure. M block and here is the G block. It consists of linear chain made up of BD and monoric acid M and Bl glucuronic acid D monomers. These monomers are linked together by glycosidic bonds, forming long chain polymers. As you can see above in the diagram, M block and G block. The M and G monomers alternate along the chain, and the arrangement of M and G units can vary, leading to different types of sodium alginate with varying properties. The carboxyl group COOH on the uronic acid units can be ionized, leading to the formation of sodium salt groups, which make sodium alginate water soluble. The length and sequence of the polymer chain, as well as the degree of branching, can influence its properties, such as its gelling and thickening abilities. As you can see, here is the structure formula of sodium alginate in the diagram. The properties of sodium alginate, including its ability to form gels when combined with calcium ions, and is used as thickening and stabilizing agent in food and pharmaceutical application, are largely determined by its chemical structure and the specific arrangement of monomer within the polymer chain. The precise structure can vary among different types of brown seaweed, and this variation can result in differences in the properties of sodium alginate obtained from different sources. Here is the gallation process of sodium alginate, as you see in the diagram. Alginate hydrogels can be prepared by various crossing linkaging methods, and their structure similarity to extracellular matrices of living tissues allows wide applications, as you can see in the diagram, above diagram. The most common method to prepare hydrogels from an aqueous alginate solution is to combine the solution with ionic cross-linking agents such as divalent cations. Calcium chloride CaCl2 is one of the most frequently used agents to ionically cross-link alginate. However, it typically leads to rapid and poorly controlled gallation due to its highly solubility in aqueous solutions. One approach to slow and controlled gallation is to utilize a buffer containing phosphate. Example: sodium hexametaphosphate. Ice phosphate groups in the buffer compete with carboxylate groups of alginates in the reaction with calcium ions and delay chelation. Calcium sulfate CaSO4 and calcium carbonate CaCO3 due to their lower solubilities can also show the chelation rate and when hidden the working time for alginate gel. The chelation rate is a critical factor in controlling gel uniformity and strength. When using divalent cations and slower chelation produces more uniform structure and greater mechanical integrity. Finally, thermosensitive hydrogens have been widely investigated to date in many drug delivery applications due to their adjustable swelling properties in response to temperature changes leading to on-demand modulation of drug release from the cell. Here is a diagram of M-rich network and E-rich network, like how gel is formed. Like here is the conclusion. Sodium iodine is a natural, non-toxic water solvent cross-linked polymeric material that can be used in a lot of different applications, ranging from additive to food and varieties up to scientific application. The possibility to control the glycation process by changing the way the calcium ions interact with the alginate polymers allows the production of specifically shaped and still high uniformly alginate particles, which can then be used for cell and encapsulation or 3D structure built as well. We have struck encapsulation and control release. Flow developed an easy-to-use microfluidic pack of high monodispersity alginate beads generation. Diffusion gelling is characterized by rapid diffusion of gelling ions, example Ca2, into the polymer network. This high-speed setting is indeed utilized for immobilization purposes, where each droplet and alginate solution makes one single gel bed that attracts the active agent. Biological material. An important feature of the diffusion gelling is that the final gel may exhibit an inhomogeneous alginate distribution as the alginate concentration gradually decreases towards the center of gel. The homogeneity of a diffusion gel can partly be controlled. A high degree of homogeneity is obtained by using a low concentration of gelling is the absence of non-gelling ions. A more homogeneous gel is obtained when gelling occurs in the presence of high concentration of both gelling and non-gelling ions. Internal gelling is based on the addition of an inactive form of linking ion like calcium to Ca2 plus into an alginate solution. Controlled release is usually a calcium sulfate. So here is the extraction and characterization of sodium alginate from Moroccan Laminaria digita brown seaweed. At the molecular level, against alginates are linear binary co- copolymers of one fold linked PD monoic acid M and alpha glucuronic acid C. Monomers constituting Mg and Mg sequentially block structure as shown. Here is the structure and a diagram of M block, G block, GB block, MG block, and M block. A scientific study involving the collection and extraction of sodium alginate from brown seaweed, especially Laminaria gittata, from the Atlantic coast of western Morocco. The study included various steps and methods as follows: collection and preparation. L digitata seaweed were collected from the Al Jadida coast. The collected biomass was washed with tap water. The seaweeds were shade dried and cut into small pieces. The sample was divided into two parts based on size: small size less than 1 mm and large size between 1 and 5 mm to investigate the effect of sample size on extraction yield. Extraction process. The extraction process followed a modified method based on previous work. The samples were dried in an oven at 60 degrees to a constant weight. They were soaked in 2% formaldehyde solution to remove pigments and then washed with distilled water. Subsequently, the samples were added to 0.2 mole HCl solution and left for 24 hours. After this period, the samples were washed again with distilled water. The extraction was performed with a 2% sodium carbonate solution under agitation for 5 hours at different temperature 20 to 50, 25 to 40 and 60 degrees centigrade. Supernatants were collected and separated by centrifugation. Sodium alginate was precipitated with ethanol, purified twice with ethanol, methanol, and acetone, and then dried at room temperature. Purification and monitoring. Fluorescence spectroscopy was used to monitor the purification process. Alginate are strongly fluorescent due to small amount of polyphenolic residues. Spectra were obtained using a spectropolarimeter with an excitation wavelength of 370 nanometer and emission signals observed in the 400-900 nanometer range. Chemical characterization. 1H NMR spectra were acquired for sodium alginate solution in D2O at different temperatures. Infrared spectra solid samples were recorded. Specific viscosities were measured using an unveiled viscometer over a range of polysaccharide concentrations. Here is the extraction of sodium alginate from selected seaweed and their physiochemical and biochemical properties. Here are the materials and methods. Uh, Collection of seaweed. Six species of brown algae were collected, washed, seared, dried, ground into fine powder, and stored at 4 degrees centigrade for further use. The extraction process involved several steps, reaching with 2% CaCl2 for 1 hour, reaching with 5% HCl for 30 minutes at 30 to 40 degrees, treatment with 40% formaldehyde for 2 hours to cross link phenolic compound, washing with deionized water, extraction with 5% of Na2CO3 for 48 hours. Filtration through muslin cloth, precipitation as sodium salt, neutralization with 0.5 m NaOH and further precipitation to reach a pH of 2.5 with 0.5 m HCl, washing with acetone and drying overnight at 60 degrees. Yield. The extraction yield of alginate was expressed as a weight percentage alginate with respect to the weight of the seaweed sample. Physiochemical properties of sodium alginate. Ash content determined by burning the sample in a hot air oven at 200 degrees centigrade until it turned to ash. Water content determined by drying the sample at 105 degrees centigrade. Gelling and melting temperature. The gelling and melting temperature of alginate were measured using a thermometer. Biochemical analysis of sodium alginate. Estimation of protein. Protein content in the sodium alginate was estimated using the biorate method with BSA as a standard expressed as mg divided by g protein, gram protein. Estimation of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate content was estimated using the phenyl sulfuric acid method with D-glucose as a standard expressed as mg and g sugar. Estimation of lipid. Lipid content was estimated using chloroform methanol dissolved. Yield of sodium alginate. The highest yield of sodium alginate was obtained from Colchinospora implexa 29.50% and Lobohora variegata 27.57% compared to other four seaweeds. Physiochemical properties of sodium alginate. Water content. The maximum water content was observed in C. Implexia 28.35% and Varigata 24.10% with the minimum water content recorded in Dictyota dichotoma 15.62%. Ash content. The highest ash content was found in Padina Gyanospora 23.01% and C. Implexia 21.53%, while the lowest ash content was observed in L. variegata 12.78%. Gelling and melting temperature. The fourth species had the gelling point at 42 degrees centigrade plus 2 degrees centigrade, while L. variegata had a higher gelling temperature 52 degrees centigrade and Sargassum tenerium had a genuine temperature of 48 degrees centigrade. The melting points varied among the species with values up to 82 and 78 and 80 and 70, 85 and 80 per Colpominia stenosa, L. varigata, C. implexa, P. Gymnospora, S. terranium, and Dictata sp. respectively. Biochemical analysis of sodium alginate. Protein content. The protein content range from 1.4% to 7.17%, with the highest protein content found in Varigata, Varigata 7.70% and V. Gymnospora 6.16%, and the lowest in C. stenosa 1.4%. Carbohydrate content. Sodium alginate carbohydrate content range from 82.42% to 93.21%, when the maximum recorded in C impacts are 93.1% and the minimum in L varigata 75.56%, while other species had intermediate values. Lipid content. The maximum lipid content was recorded in Dichotoma 6.12%, and the minimum lipid content was found in L. variegatus 1.76 when compared to other seaweeds. Conclusion. It emphasizes the importance of exploring marine organisms for the discovery of bioactive compounds and highlights the potential of seaweed as a valuable source of such compounds. Marine metabolites. The search for new metabolites from marine organisms has led to the isolation of approximately 10,000 compounds, many of which possesses pharmacodynamic properties. Unexplored potential. Despite the significant discoveries, it is noted that only a small percentage of terrestrial plants have been investigated for their biological activity. Additionally, there are numerous seaweeds with untapped economic potential. Seaweed study. The study discussed in the text indicates that six different seaweed pools serve as excellent raw materials. Environmental factors appear to influence their biochemical properties such as sodium alginate, carbohydrate, protein, lipids, and ash contents. The suitability of our human consumption. The research suggests that these seaweed possesses physiochemical properties and biochemical composition that make them suitable for human consumption as a food source. Bioactive compound seaweeds are recognized as a potential source of bioactive compound with application in food and medical industries. These compounds have the potential to be used as natural antioxidants, pharmaceutical agent, or dietary supplements. Extraction of sodium alginate. The extraction of sodium alginate was several steps to obtain this polysaccharide from brown seaweed, typically from species like or other monooral algae. The process can vary slightly depending on the specific source and desired properties of the sodium alginate. Here is an overview of the extraction processes. As we know, seaweed harvesting. The first step is the collection of brown seaweed. Harvesting is typically done in areas where seaweed is abundant. It's important to ensure that the harvested seaweed is relatively clean and free from contaminants, as we know. Washing pre-treatment, the harvested seaweed is thoroughly washed to remove sand, salt, and other impurities. After washing, it may be cut or shredded into small pieces to make further processing easier. Alkaline extraction. The cut or shredded seaweed is treated with an alkaline solution, often using sodium hydroxide and NaOH. This alkaline treatment serves as several purposes. A cell wall destruction. The alkaline solution breaks down the cell walls of seaweed, making the alginate more accessible for extraction. Alginate solution. Sodium alginate being water soluble dissolved in alkaline solution filtration. The mixture obtained after the alkaline extraction is typically passed through the filtration to separate the liquid portion alginate solution from the solid seaweed residue. Acid precipitation to recover sodium alginate from the from the solution, and acid is added. Hydrochloric acid HCl is commonly used for this step. The acidification leads to the following reaction. Alginate precipitation. Sodium engineering react with the acid to form a gel-like precipitate, salting out. The addition of sodium reduces the last derivative of sodium engineering, causing it to come out of solution. Washing thoroughly wash to remove any remaining impurities, residue alkaline substances, and acid. This washing step is crucial to obtain a purified product. After washing, the sodium alginate is typically dried to remove excess moisture and convert it into a powder from various drying methods can be used such as spray drying, air drying, or freezing drying. Milling. The dried sodium alginate may undergo a milling process to break down any clumps and obtain a finely powdered product. Milling ensures uniform particle size and enhances the product's flow characteristics. Packaging. The final sodium alginate powder is then packaged in appropriate containers, often in airtight packaging to prevent the sodium alginate obtained through this extraction process is a white to yellowish powder and is ready for use in various applications such as thickening, gelling, and stabilizing agent in food, pharmaceutical, and industry. Just as we know, the same thing is coming again and again. That's my point. Interaction of sodium alginate thickener with components of horticultural water-based coating. The investigation of sodium alginate, an anionic polysaccharide, as a potential thickening agent is a typically wall paint formulation. The research aims to understand its interaction with various components of the paint formulation, including water, binder pigment, and standard. The study utilized rheology and FTR spectroscopy to assess the potential chemical bond between sodium alginate and the surrounding system. Non-ionic cellulose ethers such as those such used as thickeners in plant formulation are well understood and commonly used due to their easy solubility and market availability. Anionic polysaccharide like sodium alginate have been explored as potential thickeners, but their use is less common. Sodium alginate as a thickener demonstrates the ability to interact with the paint formation key component depending on factors such as its molecular weight and concentration. The research indicates that sodium alginate can create a network with thickener formation potentially through anti-enzymes and interaction with their water molecules and extended. The study said that the formation containing 0.2 weight variability percentage of body molecular weight sodium engineering is the most common promising option for wall paint as exhibit as a suitable type structure. Our concentration of sodium engineering result in weaker gel structure and it is only a concentration of 0.480% that it becomes appropriate for a ready to use paint product. Introduction. The role of thickening in a particle polysaccharide in the production of water-based articles to paint of interior walls. It tells the importance of these thickness and focuses on the potential use of sodium engineered as a thickening agent for such paints. Here is a summary of the key points. Components of the paints. Interior walls paints are typically composed of water, polymeric minerals, powder, pigments, extended, and additives, including thickening agent or thickness, play a crucial role in the modifying various components of the paint throughout its life cycle from manufacturing to application. Role of thickeners. Thickeners are essential for achieving the correct viscosity of the paint, ensuring ensuring proper loading of brushes, preventing sizing and poor labeling during application, and preventing sedimentation of powders with in the formation to extend the shelf life. Cellulose ethers as a thickener. Cellulose ether water-soluble polymers that are easily available as powder have a long history of use in paint system due to their excellent performance in regulating viscosity. Modification of cellulose. Cellulose is a natural polymer with B14 glycosidic linkages, rendering it insoluble in water due to hydrogen bond between neighboring cellulose chains. Modified cellulose involves treating it in an alkaline medium to substitute hydroxide groups with alkali substituents, making it water soluble and suitable for the paint industry. Other polysaccharide of interest. Polysaccharide like xanthan gum, guar gum, and locust bean gum have gained attention from both academic researchers and the paint industry for their versatile role as a thickener, self-energy, moisture, and emulsifier. Sodium has a potential thickness. Sodium alginate derived from seaweed is a well-known polysaccharide with gelling properties very used in biomedical and food industry in biocompatible, non-toxic and form gel just for ionic cross-linking. While it has been potential application in other fields, its role as a thickener in article paint has not been thoroughly explored. Research objectives: the test exercise study where two sodium engineer with different viscosity were investigated as potential thickness for water-based agriculture paints for interior walls. The goal was to determine the stability of alginate for the purpose of evaluating their interaction with the main components of the paint formulation, including water, binder, powder, pigments, and extended methodology. The research employed a step-by-step approach conducting rheological and spectroscopic analysis or increasingly complex samples, ranging from aqueous solution of water and thickener to complete paint formulation. A reference paint containing hydroxypromyl cellulose as a thickener was used for comparison. Material commercial oxypropyl methyl cellulose (HCl) with specific properties methoxy content, hydrophobic content, and viscosity. When used as a benchmark thickness, two sodium alginate were used as experimental thickness, a low viscosity alginate and a medium viscosity alginate, each specific viscosity values and molecular weight. Step 1: aqueous solution. The first step involves characterizing the aqueous solution of polysaccharide, which is crucial for understanding the thickening properties and the rheological behavior of the raw material. Viscosity curves for cellular engineered solution were analyzed. The curves show that HCl041 and IMB sample initially had constant viscosity values followed by a decrease in viscosity as the shear rate increased. Conclusion: the study aimed to assess the potential use of an ionic sodium alginate as thickeners in wall paint formulation and their interaction with various components of the paint. The effect of the average molecular mass and concentration of sodium alginate was investigated. The research included a comparison with cellulose. Other biological measurement of aqueous solution revealed the presence of stiff network in SCl and uses as follows. SCl and EMF sample attributed to the presence of endodermal have also imagined use as thickening agent in the different their chemistry and process use and future. Sodium alginate is a versatile polysaccharide derived from brown seaweed and it serves as an effective thickening agent in various fields. Its chemistry, manufacturing processes, and current and future uses are as follows. Chemistry of sodium alginate. Sodium alginate is a natural linear copolymer composed of two types of sugar units, alpha glucuronic acid and beta monoic acid. These sugar units are connected to each other in the sequence, forming blocks Mg and mixed Mg units. The ratio and length of these blocks depend on the natural source of sodium alginate. Manufacturing process. Sodium alginate is typically extracted from brown algae, including varieties and the transmission involving washing, drying, and grinding the seaweed into a fine powder. It is then treated with alkaline solution to solubilize alginate. Sodium alginate is precipitated by adding sodium chloride or other divalent coatings, and the resulting alginate salt is covalent and processed. Modern methods may include more environmental friendly extraction techniques such as conication. Thickening mechanism of sodium alginate. The thickening mechanism of sodium alginate is a fundamental process in the food industry and it relies on the ability of sodium alginate to form gels and increase the viscosity of liquids. Let's dive into the detail of how a thickening mechanism works. Hydration and dispersion. When sodium alginate is added to a liquid, such as water or food product, it starts to hydrate and disperse. This means that the sodium alginate molecule absorb water and disperse throughout the liquid. Polymer chain formation. As sodium alginate hydrates, it forms a long polymer chain within the liquid. These polymer chains are composed of alternating G and M units. The hydrated sodium alginate molecules entangle with each other creating a network of polymer chains. This network extends throughout in the liquid. Viscosity increase. The entangled polymer chains of sodium alginate trap water molecule and other ingredients in the liquid. As a result, the liquid becomes thicker and more viscous. The extent of viscosity will depend on factors like the concentration of sodium alginate and the nature of the liquid. Gel formation with calcium ions. The critical aspect of sodium alginate thickening mechanism is its ability to form gels when exposed to different cations, particularly the calcium ions. In the presence of calcium ions, sodium alginate undergoes a cross-linking reaction. Calcium ions interact with the G units in the alginate polymer chain. These calcium ions serve as bridges linking adjacent alginate chains together. This linking results in the formation of a three-dimensional gel network. Gel strength and texture. The strength and texture of the gel formed by sodium alginate depend on several factors, including the concentration of sodium alginate. Higher concentration lead to denser gel. The concentration of calcium ion, the more calcium ion present, the stronger the cross-linking. pH can influence the granulation process. Reversibility. One notable characteristic of sodium alginate thickening mechanism is its reversibility. Gels formed with the sodium alginate can be broken down or melted by the addition of addition of chelating agents such as sodium citrate. Chelating agent bind to calcium and disrupting the crossing between alginate chains and returning the liquid to a more fluid state. This reversibility is a particularly useful in important applications like fabrication. Some sodium alginate thickens the liquid through a combination of hydration, polymer chain formation, and relation with divalent cations and like calcium ions. The resulting agents and increased viscosity and are essential for achieving the desired texture and consistency in a wide range of food products. Conduit as a thickening agent. Food industry. Sodium alginate is widely used as a thickening and gelling agent in food. In the food industry, it employs in the preparation of our various food products, including desserts, sauces, ice cream, and more. Here is the picture. Food with sodium alginate. Alginate additive. Sodium alginate can be used to increase the viscosity of liquid food. It forms a gel when it reacts with calcium ion. This property is particularly useful in sauces, gravies, and dressing, where it imparts a smooth and creamy texture. To use it as a thickening agent, sodium alginate is typically dispersed in the liquid while stirring to ensure even distribution. Then the mixture is heated to activate the thickening properties. Sodium alginate is a versatile ingredient in the food industry, serving as a thickening agent, gelling agent, stabilizer, and emulsifier. Its ability to interact with the calcium ions is central to its role in gelling and fabrication, making it crucial component in modern culinary techniques. Pharmaceuticals. Sodium alginate is used in pharmaceutical formulation to control the viscosity of oral suspension and gel. Sodium alginate is a biodegradable and biocompatible polysaccharide widely used in the pharmaceutical industry and various surgeries. It has the unique ability to convert into tropic relation primarily with calcium ion. This property make it versatile for various applications, molecule adhesive system, sphere, micro plastic tablet structures, and more, offering in a range of drug release mechanism. Additionally, it is a non-toxic and non-immunologic, making it suitable for drug enzyme and capsulation. Beyond pharmaceutical, sodium engineer has application in wound dressing, cosmetic, textile, dentistry, tissue engineering, and as an emulsifier and thickening agent in the medical field. It can accelerate gastric mucus digestion, reduce inflammation, and protect the stomach. Alginate ability to form gastric dressing is particularly beneficial for this purpose. Sodium molecule weight varies, but typically ranging from 10,000 to 100 different molecular weights have been associated with varying hypoglycemic and hypoglycemic effects, with higher molecular weight potentially contributing to the prevention of obesity and diabetes. Its interaction with metal cations, primarily calcium ions, plays a crucial role in drug encapsulation as well as application in the food and biotechnology industries. These properties allow for the creation of novel dosage forms. Characteristics of sodium alginate. Sodium alginate is a linic copolymer composed of BD monoric acid and alpha-gluconic acid residue connected by the glycoside bonds. The structure of sodium alginate can vary with the molecule when forming other polymer blocks made up of single type of monosaccharide or heteropolymer block containing both M and G residues. Some sodium alginate molecules may also have acetyl substituent, and the quantity of which can differ based on the source of alginate. Alginate has a wide range of applications, including its use in microparticles. Microparticles are small systems with a diameter typically ranging from 1 to 1000 Also, they are usually in the range of 1 to 500 microM. These microparticles offer high biocompatibility and bioavailability, making them suitable for incorporating various substances such as drug, nucleic acid, enzyme, or protein to prevent the inactivation of these substances. They are often prepared with appropriate polymer matrices and stored in freeze-dried form. Conclusion: Alginate is a versatile, non-toxic, and cost-effective natural polymer used in various industry and scientific fields. Its key properties include the ability to form gel, coadhesion, and interaction with dry and trivalent cations found in physiological fluids. The potential for further research and development in this area remains significant. Wound dressing. Alginate wound dressing are created using sodium alginate. These dressings are highly absorbed and can help maintain a moist, warm environment, facilitating healing process. Here we take brown alginate and extract and sodium alginate and plus polyacrylamide acid. And emulsification, cross-linking, and CaCO2 solution, mixed solution with CaPgl. Then we hear the PGA composition. Then we will powder composites into hemorrhaging on the wound. So here is the process of vaccination blood coagulation. Biomedical application. It is employed in wound dressing and tissue engineering due to its ability to form gels and its biocompatible cell encapsulation. One of the most significant applications of sodium alginate in biotechnology is in cells encapsulation. This technique involves embedding cells within alginate gel beads or capsules, creating a protective environment for the cell. This is used in various areas. Biopharmaceuticals. Alginate microcapsules can encapsulate cells producing therapeutic proteins or hormones. For example, insulin producing pancreatic cells can be encapsulated by diabetes treatment. B. Bioremediation. Bacteria or enzymes can be immobilized in alginate beads to treat contaminated water or soil, breaking down pollutants. C. Biological sensor. Alginate encapsulated cell can be used to create biosensor that detect specific molecules like glucose sensor used in diabetes management, drug delivery. Sodium alginate is used to encapsulate and deliver drugs in a controlled and sustained manner. Here is how it works. Oral drug delivery. Alginate can be used to form a drug-loaded microsphere that release the drug gradually as they pass through the digestive system. This can improve the bioavailability and reduce side effects of drugs. Wound healing. Algae dressing are used for wound management. They help create a moist environment that promotes healing and can be loaded with drugs like antimicrobial tissue engineering. Ink. Sodium alginate is used in tissue engineering to create cough folds that support the growth of cells and the formation of tissues. These scaffolds can be 3D printed or cast and then seeded with cells, providing a structure for tissue regeneration. Alginate's biocompatibility and ability to form thus make it an ideal choice for this purpose. Bioprinting and 3D bioprinting sodium alginate is often used as a bioink. Bioink is a substance that contains living cells and is used in 3D printing to create tissue-like structure. Regulation properties of alginate are critical here as they allow the bioink to maintain its shape during and after printing. Micro Encapsulation. Alginate is used to encapsulate small molecule protein and or other biologically active compounds. This is important in the pharmaceutical industry for the protection and control release of sensitive compounds, food and fermentation. While not exclusive into biotechnology, sodium alginate is also used in food industry for thickening, gelling, and emulsifying. In biotechnology, it can be employed in fermentation and the production of bioactive compounds, which can be wider control environment for microbial growth and enzyme actions. Diagnostics. Sodium alginate is used in the production of a diagnostic assays. It can be incorporated into test tubes or other diagnostic devices to analyze reagents or capture molecule data important for detecting specific analytes. Microencapsulation. Sodium alginate is used for microencapsulation of living cells or active ingredients. It can protect and deliver sensitive substances controlled in controlled release application. In all these applications, the ability of sodium alginate to form gels when exposed to calcium ion is crucial. The controlled release and the protection of cells, drugs, and other compounds make it a versatile tool in biotechnology. Researchers continue to explore new uses of formulation and of sodium alginate for various pathological applications. Here is the physiochemical properties and biological properties. To enable mechanical properties, physical chemical functionalization, cross linking, mild conditions, and in biological properties, bio compatible and bioadhesive, antibacterial and antiviral activity, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory cells, oligomers, growth factors, conductive element. Implementation hot disease. Drug cell delivery, non-in situ, and conductivity and management and mechanical support. Here is the main topic. Sodium alginate used in textile films, where it acts as a thickener for dyeing paste, improving their viscosity and printing properties. The use of sodium alginate and carboxymethylated polysaccharide has thickening agent in textile printing with active dyes. However, it highlights a problem where the reaction between these thickening agent and biofunctional reactive dyes can lead to undesirable fabric stiffness, impacting fabric quality. To address this issue, synthetic thickener like polyphenolic acid and polymeric acids are employed, as they do not act with reactive dyes. Nevertheless, these synthetic thickeners have their own drawbacks, including poor outline sharpness and the non-biodegradable of the thickener, leading to the environmental concern. The research aimed to find a solution by developing environmental friendly additives that can be used in conjunction with the non-persistent thickener interaction printing with reactive dyes. The objective is to achieve high quality printing while minimizing water pollution. Several additives have been tested to address fabric stiffness, but the specific chemical structure required for success remain unknown. For ultimate goal to create a sustainable and eco-friendly textile printing process with reduced wastewater pollution. In this study, various materials were used for developing a reactive printing processes cellulosic textile with a reactive character material including thickness, dyes, surfactants, and additives. Sodium alginate is sustainable and green. Strategies, types, and application. Material thickener. Sodium engineered non-substituted guar from carbo methyl guar from the vinyl sulfone diCl reactive black pipe was used. Surfactants plate of more than 30 surfactants with various categories including different ethylene oxide, side chain, ester groups, and chemical structures. Evaluation and assessment of additives. The study involved the skimming of more than 30 surfactants to determine their influence on achieving a soft fabric handle when used in combination with the non-substituted guar gum and biofunctional reactive gas. Additives and dyestuffs were applied in a concentration of 5% in a typical printing paste and their effectiveness was assessed using fabric. Conclusion. The research is resulting in the development of new reactive printing processes for cellulosic textile with reactive dyes, utilizing natural thickening agents and environmentally friendly additives. The additives were found on slightly enhance the plastic behavior of the printing paste without significantly reducing color strength. The use of these additives contributed to achieving a soft fabric handle, even when guar gums were employed as thickening agents. Importantly, the use of biodegradable thickeners and additives was shown to contribute to a reduction in wastewater pollution, making the process more environmentally and friendly. Future potential and emerging uses. 3D printing. Sodium alginate has shown promise in 3D bioprinting due to its ability to form gel-like structure. It could be used for the development of artificial tissues and organs. Drug delivery. The gelling properties of sodium alginate make it a potential candidate for drug delivery system that release drugs slowly over time. Wastewater treatment. In some studies, sodium alginate has been explored for its potential use in removing heavy he matters from wastewater due to its ability to form complex compounds. As the demand for environmental friendly products increases, sodium alginate may find application in green chemistry, including the formulation of eco-friendly paints, adhesives, and coatings. In the future, sodium alginate versatility and sustainability may lead to broader application across multiple industries, particularly as a green and renewable alternative to synthetic thickeners and gelling agents' ability to form cells and interact with other materials make it a valuable compound and embracing innovative technology and products, textiles, molds, printing, fertilizer, paint, and dye, welding, or fish food. Cosmetics. Sodium alginate is a natural polysaccharide derived from brown seaweed, as we know that is commonly used in the cosmetic industry due to its unique properties. It has a wide range of applications, including thickening, gelling, and reimbursement. But here is a detailed explanation of sodium alginate used in cosmetics. Seaweed extract in skincare. Sodium alginate is sometimes used as a natural ingredient in skincare products due to its potential in benefits. Seaweed extracts, including sodium alginate, are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, which can nourish and hydrate the skin. These extracts are often included in mask serums and moisturizer to promote health mask formulation. Sodium alginate is widely used in the Krishna field of mask and sheet mask. These masks can have various benefits from deep cleansing and exfoliation reaction to hydration and soothing effect. When sodium alginate is combined with the other ingredients like water, glycerin, and active compounds, it can create a gel-like structure that adheres well to the skin and can be peeled off after application. Alginate impression and molding. In addition to topical application, sodium alginate is used in a cosmetic procedure like live casting and molding. It is mixed with water to create a moldable material that sets quickly and captures fine details. Alginate molds are often used in the special effect and makeup industry for creating a aesthetic and feel like mask. Exfoliating scrubs. Sodium alginate can be included in exfoliating scrubs to provide a mild abrasive texture for removing dead skin cells. When combined with other ingredients like exfoliating particle, example apricot seed powder or microbeads, it can help in achieving smooth and radiant skin. Hair products. Sodium alginate can be used in hair care products such as styling gel and hair mask. It can help control the texture and consistency of these products, making them easier to apply and style. How sodium alginate used in explosive practice effects of sodium alginate on the morphology and properties of high energy and sensitive explosive TKX50. This research investigates the impact of sodium alginate on the morphology and properties of TKX50, a high-energy sensitive explosive. TKX50, while processing high energy content, has previously exhibited limitations in terms of morphology and binding ability. With conventional blenders to overcome these challenges, we employed an anti-solvent method using acid as modified to improve TCA's particular application potential. The result of these studies revealed that sodium engineering has a sustainable influence on both the crystal habit of and morphology. TCA's 56 influence result in the formation of modified TCA's 50 granules with the reduced aspect ratios. Molecular dynamics simulation were employed to explore the underlying mechanism of this phenomenon. Furthermore, XPS and similar regulation provides evidence of forming a coating layer on the surface of TKX50. Non-isothermal kinetic parameters were calculated from the SC result and shedding light on how the modified TKX50 behaves under varying temperature conditions. The research present a novel strategy for enhancing the morphology and surface properties of TKX50, offering potential advancement in its practical application, particularly in the field of explosive dioxyminimum 55 biastrolozole by cetirizole 1 dilute is an energetic ion salt with high energy and low mechanical sensitivity. However, food morphology and low binding ability, the conventional work, its present work, we reported on our strategy to improve the morphology and the surface properties of TCAS using sodium alginate as the modified by the anti-solvent method. The result of a matching characterization indicated that the sodium alginate greatly affected both crystal habit and morphology TCAS 50, resulting in modified TCAS granules and with low aspect ratio. The formation mechanism was explored by the molecular dynamics simulation and the XPS and SCM characterization also revealed that sodium alginate adhere onto TKX50 surface to form a coating layer. The non-isothermal kinetic parameters were calculated from the SC result. Our work has provided a new strategy to improve the morphology and surface property of TKX50 for its practical application. The passage described research study involving the use of sodium alginate research aims to enhance the morphology and surface property of TCAS50, which is important to step in making it more practical for various applications like in the field of explosive or propellants. Here is the breakdown of the key points in the passage. Energetic and salt TKX50. As an energetic and salt, as you, these type of compounds are often used in the formulation of explosive propellants or pyrotechnic materials. They are none of their high energy content. Challenges with TKX50. The passage highlights that TKX50 has some limitations such as poor morphology and low binding ability with conventional blender. These limitations can resist its practical application. Use of sodium alginate. The researchers use sodium alginate as a modifier to improve the properties of TKS50. Sodium alginate is known for its ability to modify the properties of materials and is often used in various industries, including the food industry and dissolvent method. The modification process involves an anti-solvent method, which is a technique used to precipitate a substance from a solution by introducing an incompatible solvent. In this case, sodium alginate is a likely used as modifier in a solvent and an anti-solvent is introduced to cause the pKx50 to change its properties. Effects of sodium alginate. The research results indicate that sodium alginate significantly affects the crystal habit and morphology of pKx50. This means in the way thicker crystals form their overall structure, the result in modified thicker granules with low aspect ratios, which can have implications for the performance in various application formation mechanism. The passive mentions that formation mechanism of the modified granule were explored using molecular dynamic simulation. This suggests that the researchers use computer modeling to understand how sodium alginate interacts with the X50 at a molecular level. Surface coating XPS, X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy, and SEM, scanning electron microscopy. The characterization revealed that sodium alginate adhered to the surface of TKX50 to form a coating layer. This coating could potentially improve the handling stability or performing performance of TKX50 in practical application. 9. Non-isothermal kinetics. The researchers calculated thermal kinetic parameters from the differential scanning calorimetry result. This data is likely used to understand how the modified TKX50 behaves under different temperature conditions, which is crucial for application in which controlled energy release is required. In summary, this picture aims to make TKX50 more suitable for practical application like in the field of energetic material by modifying its morphology and surface property using algae. The sodium morphology and surface property using sodium alginate combines the experimental calculation with composition modeling to better understand and improve the properties of TKX for specific use. Here is the advantage and disadvantages of sodium alginate. Sodium alginate is naturally occurring polysaccharide extract from bomb fuel, as we know already, and is used in various industry forms that unique properties. Here are some of advantages and disadvantages of sodium alginate and sodium alginate of any preservative of sodium alginate or advantages of sodium alginate. Thickening and gelling agent. Sodium alginate used as a thickening and gelling agent. We know, like sodium alginate is widely used as a thickening agent in the food industry. It can improve the texture and consistency of food, such as how it tests in the low in calories. Sodium alginate is low in calories, making it suitable for low calorie and low fat food for vegetarian and vegan friendly. It is derived from seafood and is plant-based, making it suitable for vegetarian and vegan diet. Non-toxic sodium alginate is generally considered for from consumption and used in food and pharmaceutical application. It is non-toxic and has a low allergic potential. Compatibility with many ingredients. It is compatible with a wide range of other food ingredients and additives, making it versatile in food formulation. Improved drug delivery in pharmaceutical industry. Sodium alginate is used to encapsulate drugs for control release, enhancing drug delivery and bioavailability. Wound healing. In the medical field, sodium alginate is used in wound dressing and medical gels to promote wound healing and prevent infection. Disadvantages of sodium alginate. Limited stability. Sodium alginate may break down and lose its taking and churning properly at high temperature. Limited use in some cooking applications. Calcium dependency to form gel. Sodium alginate requires the presence of calcium. This can be disadvantages even in formatting products in which calcium is undesirable. In consistent gel texture, the texture and strength of gels formed with sodium alginate can vary based on factors like pH and calcium ion concentration, leading changing product consistency. Hygroscopic nature. Sodium alginate is hygroscopic, which means it absorbs moisture from the environment. This can impact the shelf life and texture of products in humid conditions. Cost. High quality sodium alginate can be relatively expensive, which may limit its use in some applications. Limited usage in baking. It may not be suitable for all baking applications due to its sensitivity to heat and the need for calcium ions for gel formation, potential for allergic reaction. While rare, some individuals may be sensitive or allergic to sodium alginate, resulting in allergic reactions. Instant sodium has offers many advantages, particularly in the food and pharmaceutical due to its gelling and thickening properties naturally compatibility with the variety of ingredients. However, it has limitations such as sensitivity to heat dependence on the calcium and potential structure constraints which need to be considered in product formulation and use. Here is the future of sodium alginate. Alginate as a stable form is a regulation numerous applications affordable, biodegradable, biocompatible, bioadditive, and natural. The potential feature of sodium alginate are future polymer derived from brown river. As we know, food industry sodium alginate has been widely used in food industry as a gelling agent in stability feature. The food industry might involve further innovation in terms of creating healthier and more sustainable food products. This could include the development of plant-based and clean label alternative to synthetic additives and preservative biomedical applications. Sodium alginate has shown promise in biomedical applications, particularly in drug delivery system, wound healing, and tissue engineering researchers are exploring its potential for creating bioactive scaffold, wound dressing, and drug delivery vehicles, and these applications are likely to see further development. 3D printing, sodium engineer, along with the other natural polymers, has gained attention as a material for 3D printing. This technology allows for the fabrication of complex tissue structure for regenerative medicine, such as creating artificial organs or tissues for transplantation. The future might see advancement in the area, including printing, technique, and material pharmaceutical sodium engineering may have a role to play in pharmaceutical, especially in the development of controlled release drug formulation or dosage forms. It compatible and ability to encapsulate active pharmaceutical ingredients make it an attractive candidate for such application. Sustainable packaging as a certain mirror concerning continue to grow consortium, engineer might find application in the development of biodegradable and edible packaging material. This could help reduce plastic waste and promote environmentally friendly packaging solution. Agriculture sodium engineering has been used in agriculture to improve structure, water retention, and plant nutrient uptake in the future. It could play a role in sustainable and eco-friendly agriculture practices aimed at increasing crop yields while reducing the need for synthetic chemicals. Textile industry sodium alginate has been used in the textile industry for printing and dyeing processes. It will expand in the future as the textile industry seeks more environmentally friendly and sustainable processing and material over the last decade. Alginate naturally multifunctional polymers have increasingly drawn attention as attractive component in the biomedical and pharmaceutical field due to their unique physiology, physiochemical properties, and versatile biological abilities. The focus of the paper is to describe biological and pharmacological activity of engineers and to discuss the present use and future possibility of engineers as a tool in the drug formation. The recent technological advancement with using engineer uses issues related to generative stability as a metric of three-dimensional YouTube culture rates of antibiotics and antiviral agents in cell transplantation in diabetes or neurodegenerative disease treatment and an update on antimicrobial and antiviral therapy of the alginate-based drugs are also highlighted. Here are references. The material from I take is Google. The website I take Google Scholar, online library, Valley.com, www.flow.com, Droplet, Digital Microfluid, Alginate and application review. I have Droplet Digital Microfluidics, Hinduai.com journal. Here is the site number. Vegetables. There is also site. This is also site. and it's also side number, and permanent substitute is also side number, and all compliance, and this is also side number. Thank you. Here is end of my presentation.